In the past, I've shown a couple of Azure hauls, but we are a family of 3, so sometimes my Azure hauls are just a few things. We don't order a ton of stuff at one time. But over the year, I have been buying and trying different products, and some of them I love and will only use from Azure now, so I want to share those products with you today. The product we have ordered the most this year on Azure Standard is Alexander Eco Farms A2A2 milk. This stuff is delicious. A2A2 milk comes from cows with a specific genetic profile that produces the A2 protein. I'm not a food scientist or a biologist, so I can't tell you exactly what that means. But what I do know is that for some people, it is easier to digest. About a month or so ago, we ran out of this, so we got some A2A2 milk from Costco. And when I gave the Costco version to my daughter, she said, no, I want the good milk, because she really prefers this. You can buy it as a single carton, or you can get it for a better price in a box of 6 cartons. So if we are completely out of this A2A2 milk, what we do is we order 2 6-packs. So we get a dozen of them, and that lasts us through the entire month and into the next month. So then that way, when we put in our next Azure order, we can just order 6 again. And for the most part, that keeps us stocked up. Of course, sometimes we go through more milk than others. It's the holiday season. I'm doing a ton of baking. I'm using more milk right now than I normally do. So we've been buying a little bit more than usual. But for the most part, in our regular day-to-day, doing it that way works for us, for our family of 3. Over the last year, I've been trying a lot of different butters from Azure Standard, and the one that I have landed on as the best all-purpose butter is Mother's Choice. So this butter is definitely one of the best butters I've had for things like baking, but then also for putting on top of toast where you want to taste the butter. So I've tried some of the European butters and the other types of butters on Azure, and some of them were really good if you want to actually taste the butter itself. But I thought they were too expensive to just be throwing into cookies and baking bread with. But Mother's Choice is a really good butter that I think meets both of those needs. It makes baked goods taste better because it's a better quality butter, but it also tastes really good when you want to put it on something like toast or a muffin where you want that buttery taste. And the reality is, I don't want to stock my fridge with a bunch of different types of butters. I really just want to be able to open the fridge, grab what I need, and move on with my day. And so Mother's Choice has been my favorite option for that. You can purchase this in 1, 3, 6, or 18-pound boxes. So what I did when I was first testing the butters, I just got a box of 1. It's a little more expensive to get it that way, but I'd rather just be stuck with 1 at a higher price than 18 pounds of butter at a better price that I don't like. So I got 1 box of each type of butter I wanted to try. And then when I landed on Mother's Choice, since then, what I've been doing is just ordering it in the 6-pound boxes as needed. So again, it's the holidays. I'm doing a lot of baking, so I've been rolling through butter right now, but usually I only have to order a 6-pound box every other month or so. So the price of this butter is a little bit interesting. If I were to go to the local grocery store and get the store brand butter, it is cheaper than Mother's Choice. When I first started buying Mother's Choice in early 2025, it was more expensive than name brands like Land O'Lakes. But now 1 pound of Mother's Choice is about the same price as, say, Land O'Lakes. But if you buy the 6-pound box, it's actually cheaper than Land O'Lakes. And if you were to compare it to, say, Kerry Gold is actually double the price per pound than Mother's Choice. So with that said, in early 2025, I would have told you that it was a little bit more expensive, but now I would tell you it's actually a better deal, especially if you buy it in 6 pounds or more. Frozen veggies. Azure Standard's frozen veggies, hands down, have been the best frozen vegetables I've ever had. Our #1 favorite right now are the organic green cut beans. These green beans, of course, are frozen, but after you warm them up, they taste really fresh. It's actually kind of surprising how fresh they taste. I'm not sure if it's because of the quality of the bean, the way they're frozen. It could be maybe a combination of those things, but for sure, these are the best frozen green beans we've ever had. In terms of price, they are a little bit more expensive. And at first, I was a little hesitant to buy them because I can get frozen green beans cheaper at my local grocery store. But because the quality is so much better and because my 4-year-old wants these and she will eat them all the time, I am willing to pay the difference. I have tried the Azure Standard brand of green beans and I've tried the Snowpack green beans. Both have been great. I think they're comparable. The only reason I didn't get the Azure Standard ones the last time I put in an order is because they weren't available. But either way, I really don't think you can go wrong. There are a few other types of frozen vegetables that we really like from Azure. I'm just out of them right now. But we also really like their peas and carrot mix. Just their regular peas are really good. I love their frozen corn too. It's great. I also have the butternut squash in the freezer, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'll keep you in the loop about that. What I like about these frozen vegetables compared to frozen veggies from the grocery store is that these just taste fresher, which means I can serve them very easily as a side and my family will eat them. Often when I get frozen veggies from the grocery store, when I reheat them, they're okay. They're better used for things like soups or stews or in a casserole, but everyone in my family really likes these. If I just pop them in the microwave for a few minutes and warm them up, everyone just eats them plain and as is. And so for me, with the 4-year-old in tow, that is a win. Also in the frozen veggie department, a little bit different, but one of my favorites, these Southern style hash browns. So these I keep on hand all of the time because they're so versatile. So of course, they're marketed as hash browns, so you can cook them up really easily for breakfast with eggs or sausage, whatever you're having, but they work great for casseroles. If you want to make a potato soup, you can throw them in there. You can make a potato bowl with them and load it up with all of your favorite toppings. Basically, anywhere that you can use a chopped potato, you can use these because they're cubed. One of my favorite ways to use these hash browns is to throw them in a slow cooker egg casserole. So I have this recipe over on my blog at moonandmagnolia.com. I'll leave a link for that in the description box. But essentially, you just take 10, 12 eggs, whatever it is that you want, scramble them up, throw in some hash browns, cheese, chopped onions, peppers, whatever it is that you want in your egg casserole. Then you put it in a slow cooker on low overnight, and then you have a cheesy egg and potato casserole for breakfast in the morning. You don't have to chop any potatoes, you don't have to peel any potatoes, but you have all the goodness of potatoes in your casserole. One of the things that I really like about these hash browns compared to other brands that I have tried from the regular grocery store is that they cook a little bit easier. It's a little weird, but every time I get the hash browns, the bag type from the grocery store, they stick to the pan. They always get a little mushy. They burn kind of easily. They're just not great. But these cook just as well as any regular potato. This is the best pasta in the world, and I swear. So I regularly stock my pantry with Azure's spaghetti noodles and macaroni noodles. I have tried the lasagna noodles. They're great. I just don't use them as much as I use the other two, so I just prefer to keep more versatile noodles on hand. But the spaghetti and the macaroni are delicious. Now, I don't know what actually makes these noodles taste better than store-bought noodles, but when you look at them, they look a little bit different than the noodles that you get from the grocery store. The ones from the grocery store tend to be a little shiny and almost translucent in a way. I mean, I know they're not actually see-through, but they have that sort of quality to them. But these noodles are more of like a matte look. I know it's a little hard to see on camera, and they're kind of textured too. So they look a little different, but they taste a lot better. They have a firmer, chewier texture to them, which I really prefer. I think they take just a tiny bit longer to cook, but it's totally worth it because they taste so good. Of course, you would use these noodles the way you would use any noodle, but one of the things I like about them is because they are a little bit firmer, they work really well for something like a lo mein in a pinch. It isn't an exact replica of lo mein, but they definitely work a lot better. Often when I use spaghetti noodles from the grocery store for something like a lo mein, it tastes like spaghetti noodles. But this one definitely tastes a lot better if you're trying to substitute it for lo mein noodles. So because of that, I find them to be just a little bit more versatile for things like noodle bowls and of course, pasta dishes. The raw orange blossom honey from Azure Standard is delicious. Now, to be fair, I haven't tried any of their other honeys, so I can't speak to those. I'm sure they're great, but we really, really love this orange blossom honey so much that we haven't even ventured off to try the other ones yet. When I get honey from the grocery store or Costco, for example, it has, I know this sounds a little silly, but it has an overwhelming honey flavor. It's too sweet. It's a little overpowering. This honey has a mild flavor and you can really taste the orange blossom in it. And I don't think it has such an overpowering flavor to it. So I like it better for things like baked goods or putting into teas, for example. When we would get honey from Costco, it would probably take us about a year to get through it. With this honey, we are now on our 4th jar in less than a year. So clearly we like this honey. Okay, maybe not super exciting, but onions. And the reason why I like Azure Standard's onions over everyone else's onions is because none of them are ever rotten. Every single time I get a bag of onions from Costco or Sam's or even the grocery store, at least a third of them are rotten in the middle. This year, I have purchased 100 pounds of onions from Azure Standard and not a single one has been rotten. I buy these about once a month in a 10-pound bag, and in a 10-pound bag, it's a couple bucks more expensive than to get a 10-pound bag at Sam's Club, but I'd rather pay a little bit more and be able to actually use all the food that I'm buying than to pay less and have to throw half of it away, because that actually ends up being more expensive in the long run. But if you go through a lot of onions, or if you're preserving food, for example, if you get them in the 40-pound box, which is a lot of onions, but if you get 40 pounds, it's actually a lot cheaper to get them that way than at the grocery store or one of the big box bulk stores. We also really love this multicolored popcorn. So we've tried a lot of the different popcorn varieties through Azure Standard and have liked all of them. I really like the texture of the mushroom popcorn, but for sure, we like the flavor of this multicolored popcorn the best. We've purchased this, I think, twice this year. We don't eat a ton of popcorn, but I do have a 4-year-old and we all like to snack sometimes. And this makes a really great snack, especially in the air popper. So I just throw it right in the air popper, let it do its thing. Sometimes I'll add a little butter and salt, but because it tastes so good, we often just eat it plain. It's a great snack. It's also really fun to make with kids. They love to see it popping, whether it's on the stove or in an air popper. And we have really enjoyed having this around this year. I also really like this Thai red rice. And of course I like it because it tastes good. But what I really like about it is that it makes freezer meals really easy. So this rice, the texture is a little firmer than other rice varieties. So I like to cook it in my Instant Pot with my freezer meals, so that way I can make it a one-pot meal. So for instance, I often have a chicken marinade, and what I do is I throw it in my Instant Pot frozen, add a cup of water, throw in a 1/4 cup of this rice, and then cook it all together for 20 minutes. And then we have chicken and rice on the table. Or sometimes I'll have, say, a frozen soup. I'll throw that in the Instant Pot with some of this rice and then just cook it until the rice is tender. So in those circumstances, it makes getting a well-rounded meal on the table a little bit easier. When you cook it in the Instant Pot like that, it does get maybe a little bit mushier than it would if you cook it on the stove. I really like that texture. It already naturally has sort of a chewy texture anyway, so I think it just holds up really nicely like that. Wheat berries. So if you have been around Moon and Magnolia for a while, you know that I like to mill my own grains and mill my own flour. And I get most of my grains from Azure Standard. In my pantry right now from Azure Standard, I have hard red wheat, hard white wheat, soft white wheat, einkorn, and rye wheat berries. Most of those grains you can get in 5, 25, or 50-pound bags. I buy 25 pounds at a time. That might be more than what you need, but also this is like a hobby, so it's fun for me to keep all of those grains around. But if you want more or less, that is an option too. In my experience with Azure Standard's grains, they have been great. I haven't had any debris or any dusty grains or anything like that. I will say the last batch of einkorn wheat berries I got tasted a little bit grassy. I don't think it was an Azure thing. There are a number of reasons why wheat berries can taste grassy, and that's kind of the thing with milling your own flour and using wheat berries. They're always going to be a little bit different. It depends on the variety. It depends on where it was grown, the soil, the water, how it was stored, all sorts of stuff. So I don't think it's really an issue with Azure. I just happened to be that one batch. But with all that said, I use these wheat berries for all sorts of things, from baking sourdough bread to cookies, muffins, you name it. If you can use flour for it, you can use fresh milled flour. But even if you don't have a grain mill, you can still try these berries. You can make them on the stove or in the slow cooker and then serve them like you would any other grain, or even throw them in a soup. Okay, whole kernel corn. So this whole kernel corn I use for just 2 things. You can use it for a lot of things, but I mill it for grits and for cornbread. So what I do with this dent corn, and you need to use dent corn, at least for the type of grain mill that I have because it's softer, is I mill the corn, and the big pieces I use for grits, and the flour I use for cornbread. And I live in North Carolina, so grits and cornbread are just a thing. We have to have them, and we have them pretty regularly. So I really like to make them this way and with this particular corn, because it tastes more like corn than, say, the cornmeal or the grits you would get in the grocery store, and has a much sweeter flavor and a better texture. Since milling this corn for grits and cornbread, we have completely stopped buying cornmeal and grits from the grocery store because now they taste so bland. I had some leftover grits in the pantry from the grocery store that I made recently, and we're really used to our fresh milled grits now, and we did not like them at all. So this has become a go-to staple in our pantry. I also really like Azure Standard Salsa Seasoning. So obviously it's called a salsa seasoning. It's made for seasoning salsa, but I never use it for that. I basically just use it for a type of taco seasoning. So I use this for tacos, enchiladas, burritos, you name it, anything like that. And I just pour it right in there and move on with my day. One of my favorite freezer meals to make is taco meat. So I'll just brown some meat, add some onions, any veggies that I have, dump in like a tablespoon of this and freeze it. And voila, we have taco meat ready to go. So this is just really versatile. It tastes really good. It has a little bit of spice to it, which I really like. And it is definitely one of my go-to seasoning blends, which says a lot because I don't really use seasoning blends ever. So we really like this one. Let's talk about some non-food items. I love Azure Standard's automatic dishwashing detergent. So before buying this, I was having a really hard time getting my dishes clean. And I kept blaming my dishes, saying that the coating on them was weird and they just weren't getting clean. When I tried this one though, miraculously, my dishes came out on the dishwasher totally clean. My dishwasher looked really clean and I haven't had any problems since. It comes in an 8-pound bag and it costs about $38 for 8 pounds, which at first glance seems like a lot. But I will say this lasts a really long time. It lasts me for months. So I've only had to buy this a couple of times this year, whereas I felt like I was buying dishwasher detergent every single month when I was getting it from the store. So it has a little scoop inside, and I don't even put a full scoop in with a full load of dishes. I usually put about a half of a scoop in. It says on the bag that there's enough for 145 standard loads, but I would venture to say that I probably get more out of that because it lasts me for months and I run my dishwasher 3, sometimes even 4 times a day. I also really like these superb canning lids that I get from Azure. Now, to be fair, you can get these lids other places. I just like to get them from Azure because the price is good, but also it's nice to be able to just put in your order with Azure, throw in a couple other things that you need and get them all in one place and at one time. So I have only purchased these through Azure. What I like about the Superb lids over other canning lids is that it's thicker. It has a really loud pop, which that's really gratifying, but also it has a really strong seal. Of course, other brand lids work just fine, but when you go to open them, you need to use an opener, but it's like pretty easy to open. With these, you really have to work for it. And I feel really confident that my food, when I can it, is sealed really well. I don't have any of their rings, but I have, I don't know, maybe 5,000 rings from ball canning in my garage. So I use the ball rings with these and it works totally fine. So you don't have to buy all new rings if you want to switch to these lids. You can use the rings that you have and then just use the Superb canning lids. These are my favorite items this year from Azure Standard. There has not been anything from Azure that I have not liked. Of course, there are just some things I like more than others, and sometimes the prices are better elsewhere. But in terms of quality, how much we enjoy them and use them, and price, these are definitely my top items of the year. If you have other favorites from Azure, I want to try them. Let me know what they are in the comments. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I'll see you again next time.